Journalist at Mount Royal University in Calgary, is joining me now with her reaction, Lori, when you heard the news.
Well, obviously sad that a family has come upon such difficult times and has come to the decision that they must separate. Compassion for the children in particular and what they're dealing with here, and perhaps just an observation about how much of a strain being in the public eye in political office can be on a personal relationship. I think we've seen sort of hints of this from time to time before, where Justin Trudeau took time to be with his family and paid a political cost for that. I think just recognizing that the tension or demands of public life were taking a toll on his private life. Very sad news.
We know that Sophie Gregoire herself has indicated in the past about challenges that they have had, like many couples have, and that's nothing new. Certainly people watching can appreciate having themselves, no doubt, gone through breakups or divorces, separations, as the case may be. And you rightly point out, I mean, we have no idea all the pressures and demands that any prime minister would be under, trying to navigate their job, running a country, while also being a part of a family with a spouse and children and who are growing up and dealing with all those things that happen behind the scenes. And, you know, I think what's really important and remarkable about Canada is that, unlike in the UK or the US, you know, our politicians' private lives are sort of kept just that. And I think there's a certain respect that is necessary and that is needed. I'm curious, based on your insights, politically speaking, whether you think there will be any sort of political implications to this story or not.
Well, I would have to say that obviously in the challenges that they have faced leading up to this announcement, clearly there would have been a lot of stress, distraction from political matters and just trying to deal with their personal issues. So it may have had an impact that we haven't seen, and that may continue going into the future. It is going to be a challenge, but it looks to me like it's been a challenge for some time already. Unlike in other political cultures, we're unlikely, I think, to see, although there'll be lots of speculation about what's behind this, and people may personally speculate about the character of the prime minister and so forth, we're unlikely to see that happen politically. I think anyone who tries, for example, another party leader were to take a shot at Justin Trudeau's character for not being able to keep his family together, for example, I think that would backfire pretty badly. I think for the most part, even when Justin Trudeau's father separated from his wife when he was prime minister, I think he successfully kept that private, and it's just part of Canadian history to sort of let that be what it is separately. There's no apparent sort of scandal going on here, and even if there were other relationships, let's say, involved, certainly not suggesting that were the case, but I think in Canada, unlike in some other political cultures, that's not likely to be the sort of thing that the judgments, moral judgments, would be made about. I think the concerns Canadians have are about whether a leader can help deal with the problems and the challenges they're facing, which are many. And I think those will take priority over any sort of personal judgments.
Yeah, and the fact that they're human like the rest of us, and they have flaws and they make mistakes and they're not perfect, and things go wrong in a marriage, and people have different priorities and they spend a lot of time apart from each other, and as a result they can grow apart. We're showing, of course, Happier Times. This is from 2005 in Montreal, in the Outremont neighborhood, when they got married back then, 18 years ago, and would go on to have 3 children. And the political toll that no doubt being prime minister would take as well on Justin Trudeau and on his wife. You know, she was very involved, as you know, Lori, in helping him to be able to connect with Canadians when he was elected in 2015, the Sunny Ways days. Seems like a long time ago now, of course, but back then, I mean, she was very prominent in that first election campaign when he won and defeated Stephen Harper. She was at a lot of campaign events. She was often seen right by his side. We know that's changed, of course, in recent years to a certain extent, not as visible as she once was, but no doubt was well aware of the family name when she married him. No doubt well aware that there was a real push, even back in 2005 and 6, you know, that eventually he might, you know, the Liberal Party at the time going through a lot of leadership issues, and there was this almost this campaign to try and recruit him to become not only an MP, first of all, but then eventually down the line become leader of the Liberal Party, something that Sophie no doubt would have been very aware of, Lori.
Well, being aware of it, and certainly she was. There's no question about that. I mean, she had journalistic background as well. She'd watched this for probably most of her life in terms of awareness of politics. She would have been aware of it. But seeing from the outside and experiencing from the inside is quite different. As I'm sure you're aware, talking to politicians, quite often political leaders in particular rely very heavily on their families, their partners in particular, and it's extremely difficult to manage politics if you don't have the full support of a partner, whether they're out on the campaign trail or simply just supporting someone from a distance and managing family matters, particularly with young kids in school and so forth. That might have been a constraint on Sophie Gregoire Trudeau's ability to travel as much as once she did. But again, it's a lot more taxing, a lot more public, a lot more concern about what or sort of intrusiveness into what's going on in one's relationship, reading into presence or absence or nuances and gestures. That's a tough kind of scrutiny to bear, even in Canada.
Yeah, and I know, of course, that Trudeau over the years has had some difficulty with some people in terms of saying that he's not easy to relate to, that there's sort of an elitism. That's one of the criticisms that has often been leveled against him. But when you think of anybody's personal life and you think about the challenges they go through, and when you hear about these sort of things, I think by necessity, it makes them to a certain extent more relatable, because you realize, again, regardless of whether we're talking about a liberal, a conservative, whatever the political stripe is, you say, oh, wait a minute, this is not some remote politician. This is actually, in this case, this is a husband. This is a father. This is a man who's been married to his wife for 18 years. And now they are going through a very difficult personal challenge. And, they're trying to navigate it in real time under the microscope to a certain extent. Canadian media are very respectful, but under the microscope of the public spotlight, Laurie.
Well, it's the public spotlight, and certainly that has always been problematic. But now with social media and the kinds of things that are said on social media, and frankly, the physical dangers and threats that this family has faced, I think all of that makes this a bit more difficult than once it was. And of course, for Justin Trudeau personally, he's now trying to sort of rebrand the party, rejuvenate the party, move forward in a way to try to accomplish more of those objectives that he set out, both when he was first elected and has developed over the years since, trying to build the party and manage this new set of personal challenges. To kind of piles on what he's dealing with. And I think a lot of Canadians, just human beings, will have compassion for that, but also high expectations in terms of what they want their Prime Minister to do.
Laurie Williams, well said. Thank you, Laurie. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Todd.
And stay with us.